Oh,
It's so difficult.
Okay, so now
not
we will
easy.
start.
Okay, you can start. So,
Louis,
Pam,
yes.
focus on the question A, yeah?
So just
Pam?
before start, we have to introduce our group. So what we have group 1, still the same name. Louis, when you start, you have to say this. So we notify, right?
Group 1,
Group 1, and pronounce the names, Chuling, Louis, and me here.
I think you should change your...
Then we start how to approach the assignment. Okay. So now
I think that you should choose your name on the screen. Change your name, your real name. Your authentic name.
It is Hiam. Well, I didn't write any name.
You're just a user. Your name is user, and the name is Yue Se.
Okay. Rename.
I have changed my name. Okay.
Yeah, rename.
Okay.
Rename.
Yes.
So, Hiam, you focus on the first question, yeah?
Yes. Oh wait.
So you should be the first one.
Yeah. Okay. So before we start, we have to introduce our group. We are group 1, right? We keep the same name, right?
Yes.
Just wait, my computer not responding. A minute, please.
So do you have any question about question 1, part 1?
Okay, now, yes. So now you start, Louis. You start
recording.
Yeah, I have
started. Recording.
Yeah, I have started the recording. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So hello everybody. This is me, Hiam Adwan, and Chuling, and Louis. Father's name.
Yeah.
Louis.
Liu.
Louis.
Liu.
Liu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Liu. We are group 1, and we do the assignment, the final evaluation. There is 3 questions. The first questions, I will manage it. Structure of speech, acts performed. And the second question, tooling, politeness strategies used and politeness maxims obeyed. And the third question, Louis, language used to soften the below in terms of grammar and lexis. And then finally, we compare the emails for difference and similarities. So according to the question 1, I read both emails. The first email, by the way, I like your writing, Chuling. The first question is less direct, as you said, and the second question is more direct. According to the Speech Act, there is a directive because providing advising, and also there is, according to a JCC pair, there is a refusal of a request. So it is within the directive because refuse a request, and also expressing apology or thanks. Okay. And according to locutionary, perlocutionary, I think that the second email is less direct, and I will write about the intention that it is in the first assignment is less direct. The second assignment is more direct. So according to the intention about the allocutionary, I have to be careful with it. Also, according to the preposition, the common ground, that a submission and a refusal of acceptance. Also, the implicture or cooperative principle. Do you think, guys, that there is no violation of maxims, guys, maxims, right? There is no violation. Quantity, quality, manner, relevance. So the quantity is enough, the quality, the manner, and the relevance. What do you think? There is no floating the maxim, right? We will look to it in careful. So I check if there is a violation in the maxims. And about like Chuling said about the face, yeah, politeness. You can talk about
Now,
about it. Yeah,
it's my turn
about
to talk
it.
about the Platonist strategies used
Yeah,
and Platonist maxims a bit. In
yeah,
Brown and Lechwin state Platonist and awareness of the other people's face wants. Face indicates to a public self-image which involves negative face and positive face. In this task, both emails have the goal of performing a very face-writing act, bad news from the editors to decline an article. However, editors in both emails have adopted different strategies to perform the FTA. In other words, they have chosen different Platonist strategies to deliver the unwanted decisions to the writer. Uh, Specifically, in email A, the editors have chosen both some of the strategies of the positive and Platonist and negative Platonist. Strategies used are marked by the uh, tables and strategies are used in tactics in the analysis. In the first paragraph, the editor is paying his attention to the writer's interest. Perhaps it's also exaggerating and intensifying his interest in the article submitted by the author, as evidenced by the sentence, I read your paper with interest. In addition, the editor asserts uh, asserts or implies knowledge of the author towards his work, which is illustrated by the sentence, the article is well and clearly written and argued. The data is interesting. The article is well and another sentence, you obviously know what you are writing about, is also showing the editor's positive comments. Furthermore, uh, the editor is making kind of offer and promise evidence by, I hope you will be back with a paper that is a bit more within the scope of the journal, showing optimism indicated by the sentence, it is an interesting and good paper, and giving reasons supported by the sentence. Its topic is not squarely within the scope of the journal, and this had little to do with the quality. In the second email, the editors.
So there is in the first email that he showed mitigation expressions. He was about the politeness,
Yeah,
less
both
direct.
strategies.
So according to the strategy of politeness,
Yeah,
there is I think there is six, right? According to Geoffrey Leach, politeness. There is there is tact, generosity, approbation, modesty, agreement, and sympathy. So we need to know which one of them in that email, right? In
yeah,
the first email, the person less direct
yeah.
and give advice and thanks. Yeah, and the second email, what do you think, Chuling? It is more direct, right?
Yeah. Yes, in the
Yeah.
second email, the
Yes.
editors are more both to perform the FTA, the direct use of the phrase had an opportunity, the sentence it doesn't reach the journal's threshold for publication in native form, and use the user of semi-modal verb have to decline all full right into the classification of Brown and Levinson's first strategy, put on record without readiness. Compared to Platonist devices used in the first email, the second email passes the side news very directly.
More directly.
Very directly. Despite of the directness of refusing, editors also show hope and optimism regarding this article illustrated by the structure in the last paragraph. I'm sorry, but the email ends with a seemingly imperative sentence. Revise the paper and submit it to another journal, which is a head-on blow to the author. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
So the face threatening act, the first email on the second email.
Which one do you prefer?
Yeah.
According to the politeness.
Yeah. So there is a difference. There is a different kind of politeness, and according to the six mentioned, we have to identify which one is this task and which one this email and which one of face threatening act and the maxims of politeness is the other one. Okay, I like your writing, by the way. Yeah, I read it. And
Thank
now,
you.
what do you think, Liwi?
The-
The final meeting, I didn't know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is difficult to pronounce the Chinese name Liu.
Yeah, you can call her Lele. Yeah, Lele may be easy. Lele.
Lala,
Yeah, Liu Xiaole. Lele may be easy for you.
maybe, yeah, Liwi, Lola, yeah, all
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
So now about the
part.
language
Yeah.
and the mitigation
Yeah.
expressions there. What do you think?
Actually, for my part, question C, I'm a little confusing because I need
Yes.
to analyze the two emails from language used to soften the blow in terms of grammar and the lexis. I
You're
don't know
right.
how to do it, but I have tried. The first email expressed the refusal in a indirect way. At the beginning of the first email, the editor expressed his gratitude to the writer for choosing the journal by using positive politeness words such as thank you. Then the editor shows his appreciation for the paper. For example, use the words interesting and obviously. Next, he gives the reason why the paper is rejected. That is, the paper had little to do with the quality, but rather with the fact that the topic is not squarely within the scope of the journal. At last, the editor shows his apology for refusing the paper by using the words sorry and I hope. So generally speaking, the first email performed in direct speak act. However, in the second email, the editor display his refusal directly at the beginning of the email by using, I think it is negative politeness words, such as, I'm so sorry to say that we think it doesn't reach the journal's threshold for publication. So we have to decline it and then shows his apology for this at the end of the email, like I'm sorry and I hope. Generally, the second email performs the direct speak act. So I don't know how to
Okay.
analyze the two
Yeah, I
emails
think
from
that
and
we,
Alex. Sorry.
yeah, if we take the two emails, the first email, if we analyze the language of it, thank you for your paper submitted to journal.
Yeah.
Okay. I read your paper with interest. It will, so, okay, I read your paper with interest. It is show interest on that show kind of how I say that seriousness, that I'm serious. I look to your paper carefully, right, Louis?
Yeah.
So you can analyze the interest. It is well and clearly written. Okay, it's well and clearly written and argued the data was interesting and you obviously know what you are writing about. So all of these good words, negative, sorry, positive
It works.
opinion
Yeah.
about his writing.
Mhm.
Now it is so the first one with interest. This is the lexical words. It is well and clearly written and argued.
Mhm.
All of them positive opinion. All these words lexical. The data was interesting. So other words interesting, and you obviously know what you are writing about. I am therefore admit that I hesitated a long time. So this shows that as Chuling, I read it in your paper when you send it, that it means that it is difficult to reject because his paper is good. His writing, he has a good piece of writing. So he took, therefore, the editor took a long time and hesitate to give the final decision, right, Louis? So this is also lexical word. I hesitated along with a long time whether or not would be the best forum for this paper. And I finally decided to recommend you to submit it elsewhere. So there is nothing with it. This has little to do with the quality. Louis, do you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
Okay.
so you can use this word, Louis. This had little to do with the quality, but rather with the fact that its topic is not squarely within the scope of the journal. So it is also a lexical expression. This is the language used. He used a kind. He pay attention to the to the writer. I'm sorry, I must recommend you to submit elsewhere.
Mhm.
And so this is also it is related to mine, that it is the act, the speech act indirectly here, that it is a refusal. We will not, we cannot accept your paper. This is what he mean on the topic. You should submit it elsewhere. This is the intention of the sender, right,
Yes.
Louis and
Okay.
Julie? Yeah,
Yes.
because it is interesting and good paper. And so now, Chuling, this is a good words that you can analyze them. It is interesting and good paper. And I hope you will be bad. Also, this is optimistic with a paper that is a bit more within the scope of the journal. So this is the analysis of the speech and to the expressions used according to the third question, language used to soften the below. These all of these expressions to soften, right? The other that say and I have now, I had an opportunity to share your reaction to your submission. This is share your reaction. It's also soften the language, right? Mitigation expression. I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry to say that we think this is the second email. I mean, I'm sorry to say that we think it doesn't reach the journal's threshold for publication. So we have to decline it. It is direct. One, there is no mitigation here that he said we have to decline it. It is direct. But there is also a softened language. I'm sorry to have to pass on this disappointing news, but and the name of the magazine or employer, and I hope the comments may be of some value to you. It is also softened language. Okay. If you decide to revise the paper and submit it into another journal, they also, so both of them refuse the topic the writer wrote his paper, the topic of his paper. They totally refuse not all, also not only the quality, that there is a standards, but also the topic of the paper is refused by both magazines. So this is the softened language used to in both emails. What do you think, Louis? What do you think? Yeah. So it will be easy for us. About Google Doc. Anyone has an experience to create Google Doc, so we can put our notes there. Do you have?
I didn't create the Google Doc before.
Yeah, we
I
have
have no
to
experience
create.
to create a Google Doc before.
I will try to create one. I
Okay.
will. So we have to submit our notes there. What we have said here, we have to submit it there. So to summon, what do you think that we start an arrangement about the Speech Act analysis, the two assignments according to the Speech Acts, the direct, indirect, the inference, implicature, okay, and what kind of a speech act, the advising, refusal, expressing, okay. Then the politeness, the face threatening act, the positive and negative one, as ruling, and the third, the mitigation expressions, and compare the two emails that the first one, as Chuling said, that it is more, it is less direct. The second email is more direct. That's why we find that the first email is nicer. The second email a little harder to the writer, right? So comparing both of them, according to the face threatening act and the softened language used, and according to the speech act theory, that the one direct, no, not direct, and also the positive and negative tooling, and the mitigation expressions used in both emails. So do you have anything?
No, I think all of us did a very good job.
Yeah. But it is interesting. We will enjoy analyzing it. It is
So
interesting.
what about the Google Doc tonight? You know, tomorrow I will go back to China. I have no VPN, and you know the deadline of us is tomorrow.
14.
14. 14.
So we had
what about
better.
tonight for the Google Doc?
Yeah. I will
Finish
try
our-
to create one. I also have no experience, but I will try to create a Google. You're most welcome. And in case any details, I will acknowledge you. Sure, I will acknowledge you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You very much.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
Half
all.
an hour. Our
We
recording.
just okay.
Okay, that's all. Right? Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
So, say
Thank you very much.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Happy working with you. Happy working with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very happy to be your
Yeah.
friend.
So I
Okay.
just finished the recording, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Bye.